Good day, dear viewers and subscribers of our channel. My name is Igor, and I am an expert in plants. I'll tell you how to grow and care for floribunda rose properly. The translation of the name of this rose means it blossoms very plentifully. It is a very fine rose, but it has some features in care, and now we will talk about them. Like all other roses, it is better to plant it in spring to have an opportunity to control the accommodation and care of it in time. You can also plant it in autumn with no problems. If you bought the rose in a container, you can plant it even in the summer. So to say you are free to plant it during the warm weather all year round. In case you have the rose in container, you will have no problems with planting it. Just dig a hole a bit wider than the container, place your rose into it, fit it with earth and water the plant. It is more difficult and interesting to plant a rose with an open root system. Floribunda rose likes sun very much, so you need to choose a location with lots of sun on the south side of your garden. First, you need to dig a hole with about 40 centimeters width and depth for it. After that, we need to water the hole heavily. Then we place rich, good garden soil into our hole and place a shank above it. Be attentive and place all roots down in hole. Usually the rose is vaccinated with dog rose, as we can see on our shank. So we need to place our rose in a hole in a way to cover the insection with earth. In that case, rose will form its own roots and dog rose will not give new shanks. Now we place roots of our rose in the mix of clay and mullein. Now we put the rose in our hole and cover it with earth. After that, we heavily water it, placing water a bit aside from the roots. After the water is gone, we fill the hole with earth again and mulch our rose. The all care of floribunda rose is rather simple. The care consists of weeding and mass watering. The main thing in floribunda rose care is a proper cutting. You need to cut your rose twice a year in spring and summer. Don't cut roses in autumn. This is its feature. In spring, you need to cut your rose before it wakes up after winter. You need to cut all shanks for about 10 to 15 centimeters. If you cut your rose in summer, it will blossom massively and longer. If your rose is weak with bad leaf, you should cut it heavily. You should heavily water your rose all the time, and don't forget to feed it periodically. You can use Muller or chemical substances for feeding. But it is very important to stop feeding in August. The feeding is rather simple. Just dig a channel 10 to 15 centimeters away from your rose, water it, and place your fertilizer into it. Water the channel again and mulch it. After the water is gone, we fill the hole with earth again and mulch our rose. Floribunda rose don't afraid cold weather, but it is better to cover it in winter. In late autumn, you need to cut all flowers and leaf and fire them to prevent any disease. Then you cover the bottom 10 to 15 centimeters of your rose with good earth. Don't do this too early in case it may rot. This simple way will protect your rose from frost. Use blue vitriol to prevent fungus disease like with all other plantings. If you see plant louse or other insects on your rows, use chemicals or get ladybugs who eat them. Currently, you can find roses nearly in all gardens, so you are welcome to grow it too. I say to you goodbye and hope to see you in our next programs or on our YouTube channel.